Hello. It says I'm live. Can you confirm? Wow, is it really that bright out there? That's crazy. Anybody out there? Everyone scatter. Yes. Hello. Hello Chirpy and Shaper. Build a crucible cart. I do not have a crucible cart. My crucibles are small. Today we are finishing up what I should have finished a long time ago, the painting. I bought a bunch of new cans of paint, and I'm just gonna chit-chat while the coat dries, and then I'm gonna spray another coat, and then I'll chit-chat some more. So that's the plan for today. Hello, hello. So I got a bunch more cans of this paint stuff, and it seems like I can do one coat on everything. I'm gonna stand over here so you don't get blinded by the sun. I can do one coat of everything per can. So that means I got 3 more cans, 3 more coats I can do. And it seems to be getting a bit shinier. Yeah, flames. Flames would be good. Hopefully not real flames, because a child's going to be driving it. Although, you never know. Batteries have a lot of power in them if they short out. Of course, the Power Wheels batteries have a fuse inside of them. That's the only difference. It's like a normal battery with a fuse for triple price. And a Power Wheel sticker on it. Yeah, the Batmobile would be cool. Big flame shooting out the back. Let me get a look-see here. Looks pretty good. I'm doing a little thicker coats than I was before, and I'm not getting any runs, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy with this. Duplicolor. I was told Rust-Oleum enamel gets really hard if you heat it. If you heat the thing and spray on it, or if you bake the enamel afterwards. Of course, I didn't get that comment until after I sanded everything off, so that was kind of a bummer. My van looks as scrapping. Yeah, it's all apart. It's tore apart. It's not doing too well, the van. Although I got some new stuff. I can scoot over here. Ta-da! It's some kind of rust undercoating thing with aluminum. It seals it, so I'm going to give that a shot. I've seen a lot of other products just like that, but they're usually from websites that look like they were designed by teenagers in the 90s using GeoCities, and that kind of is a turnoff. So I bought this one. Anyways, I'm using lacquer paint, which goes on thin coats, and you can paint it on like multiple thin coats in quick succession. It's not that weird like window kind of thing with enamel that you get. Is it really blurry or is it just me? I'm staring at my camera thing here. And it starts shaking. Also broke out my old respirator again. Yeah, GeoCities. I never used GeoCities. I liked another one called Homestead. I thought they looked better. There, one clear. Yeah, it's autofocus on the camera. It's kind of screwy. But anyways, got the Jeep Semi taken apart again and masked off all the stuff I don't want to be red. Now I'm going ham with this thing. Also mirrored. That's weird. I think I'm pointing the camera into the sun, and that's not good. So I'm going to point you over here. I'm going to point you this way so you can see the Jeep. It is really bright outside. Very, very bright. I'm just going to crouch. Crouch, and I can still talk while I shake this can. I'm going to give it a few more minutes to dry. I guess with a lot of paints, you don't actually have to sand between coats as long as it doesn't fully harden. Like the not fully hardened surface, even if it's sort of dry to the touch, if you then hit it with a thin coat of this, then, you know, it'll kind of bond to it. Let's see. Yes, it is literally watching paint dry. A blow dryer would be nice. Actually, my furnace blower, the hair dryer that I use on that, it's kind of dying. I need to steal the new hair dryer and then get my wife another new one. I feel like that's going to be a cycle. I don't think they designed these hair dryers to run at full speed at high temperatures for like hours on end, and that kind of killed the bearings. All right, it's looking better. Yeah, well, I'm glad people are here. Yeah, dryer coil heater. It does heat. I usually don't use the heat when I'm blowing air into the furnace because it uses more power, and I'm afraid the extension cord can't take it. Heat gun is good, yeah, but I can't use the heat gun to force air into the furnace. The heat gun doesn't move as much air. It's higher temperature, lower volume. That's a good idea. Actually, I have a 110 volt fan motor with a blower on it that I was thinking of just like rigging up to it somehow. And it's like 100% duty cycle small motor, so it would be a lot better off for this. All right, I'm gonna hit it with another coat. Wish me luck. You see I'm doing kind of quick, quick and keeping it a decent amount away. 3M makes a better mask. This actually uses 3M pads, so I am using 3M filters. I'm just getting air from the back of my head. Vacuum's a good idea. Entertain the people. Talk to them.
I'm not kidding.
What?
Hello. Anybody watching? 29 people. Hello.
All right, that's another coat down. Another coat down. Now we got a few minutes. Let it dry.
Can you angle this up?
Yeah. I'm sweating though. I don't want to see my sweaty forehead. Hello to the UK.
Ooh.
I wonder if I can shut off this light. That'll help.
Isn't it really late in UK? Or is it really early? I don't know.
Who knows? Hello. Yeah, that's not any better. That light's not on the switch. That's a different light.
Oh.
8:15 p.m. That's not that bad.
Oh, okay.
That's actually pretty good. Goals, relationship goals, doing projects together. It is pretty nice.
Together?
Together. Well, when I'm doing stuff like
It's more like I'm
Saturday
trying to help.
during the day, someone has to watch the children so
Yeah.
they don't kill things.
I can't be here the whole time because I have to go in and check on the little one, get him to nap, and then
Yeah.
check on the older one, make sure she's eating.
And then occasionally check on me to make sure I'm not killing myself with something stupid like inhaling paint
I
fumes.
have 3 kids.
Look, I got a respirator. Those filters are looking pretty gross though.
When's the last time you changed it?
I changed them once, ever.
Is it like new ones you put in when you got it and then you never did?
It came with some. I
And
think I
then-
changed them once.
Okay.
And they're not really for paint, they're like particulate filters. So I don't really know if they're working for this.
That's right, Chirpy.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it nailed. I'm gonna turn this light back on.
Yeah, turn it back on. And that light doesn't bother so bad if I was standing blocking it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, we're not dealing with high-tech camera equipment here. I'm talking phone. I'm having a phone.
A pretty
my-
nice phone, though.
My tripod actually broke, so Chirpy gave me a bunch of these selfie stick phone holder things to stick on the tripod. Well, the tripod is all stuck together now, so I can't put the selfie stick thing on. I have to duct tape it all together again.
Wait,
Although there is a selfie stick holder duct taped in there somewhere. See, she's looking at my brilliant work
but he
of
gave
engineering.
you 2. He gave
He
you
gave me
2.
like 3,
3.
and one of them works really, really well for
about this one?
being duct taped together. I couldn't get that one to work.
Oh.
See, the thing is, I can't unscrew the thing that's on there, so I can't screw these in.
Oh.
So yeah, so I had to duct tape one of the other ones on.
phone.
Watching from Iraq. Wow, that's a long ways away.
Whoa,
I guess it's not
Iraq.
much further than the UK from here. But
No, they're probably different time zone. It might be later.
yeah, they're a little further. They're
Is
not
it
as
like
far
9
north, but they're further
PM 9
further
something
east.
or 10 something.
I don't know. Camera phone, a Samsung something or another.
It's the Samsung Galaxy S9.
She knows. She went and got it.
I got it for him because he's working and stuff.
Well, she went and got it when I was here with Chirpy and Dan doing the lathe stuff
Yes.
in the morning. She actually went when we were doing that and got me another phone.
Because your
my
phone,
old one died.
Yeah, your phone just wouldn't charge.
I'm going to angle this down just for light. Can we crouch?
Crouching.
Yep. Yeah, there's the van. I got a bunch of new... I showed you the rust encapsulator. I got some more stuff to use on the van, too. You'll see that in a future video, probably.
Yep.
But most of the work I'm doing is, like, under this. You know? So I can't fit a camera under there to work on it.
Because of the beard. Well, the one he has is
Yeah,
meant for a beard.
the one I have is supposed to bypass all this and just seal straight to your lips.
Yeah, see, it seals the mouth right
I'm
here.
also supposed to wear a nose clip, but I don't.
It's here.
Yeah, this isn't
It's
like
on this
automotive paint. When I get into like real automotive paint with like epoxy stuff, I'll probably be using like an actual like clean room plastic thing and a full hood like normal, because some of that stuff's bad.
Or shave.
Never, never shave. Yeah, enjoy the fumes and reduce the light problem. You're right.
Yeah.
That would work.
Yeah.
Not gonna do that though. I need to not be that drugged.
Oh, you taught hazmat.
Oh, nice. Crazy talk. Yeah, no one would shave. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of videos where people build like a room with like a constant airflow and stuff to make sure they also don't get overspray on crap they've already painted and all stuff like that.
You know, the red paint will make the beard redder.
Yeah. Red paint, yeah, it will make the beard redder. I could go full more red in the beard and like more blonde in the hair.
You know, I never understood why you guys would call this red. To me, it was always just orange.
Yeah.
It's like, why is it red? It's never red.
Well, here, keep talking.
Yes.
I might spray another coat.
I have to go check in on the kids.
Oh. Well, who's going to keep them interested?
Well, I'll be back in 5 minutes, okay?
Okay,
5 minutes. I have to get the little one to nap, check on the big, older one, and I'll come back out. Oh, it's 10:17 in Iraq. Is that
Nice.
Iraq? Okay.
Went to shellac because of fumes. Shellac, I like shellac for wood, for a wood finish. It looks very good. And it looks kind of old school. Yeah, no worry about over. I do have a car about that color, not exactly, but close. But it's not here right now. Went back to storage.
All it did here was it sat in the sun.
I drove it occasionally. It sat around, and then I put it back in a shed, like usual.
I will be back. I have to check on the kids. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
In the meantime, let's paint some more stuff.
Watch him paint.
And watch
much fun.
paint dry some more.
Isn't that like the most exciting thing to watch?
Better than watching trees grow. Actually, no, trees are really interesting. If you like stare at a tree for a long time, there's a lot going on in a tree. Not so much with paint drying. If there is a lot going on with the paint drying, you screwed up. But I'm open to all possibilities. And they're still kids, but they grow quick. You turn around and then they're like in high school, and that's going to be weird. Ooh. Out of that can of paint. I'm surprised more people don't leave between paintings like that. Let's see, what if I stand over here? Yeah, that looks mildly better. Oh no! Losing structural integrity of my duct tape system. I'm just gonna hold the thing. So, that's much less exciting to watch than I imagine it would have been. No more ornery orange. Actually, it's the same color I was painting before. it just kind of looked orange. Maybe because like the primer underneath, plus the primer plus like a too thin of a top coat, it looked kind of orange. Now it's more red looking. You've heard corn grow. Corn grows really fast. Corn grows really, really high in just a few months. Yeah, the YouTube videos do take a while. I've been pretty lucky lately. Paint is translucent. Yeah, that's why I need so many coats of the things. I've heard like, so there's, I first painted this thing with enamel, and enamel seems to coat a lot thicker right away. You get a lot more coverage. But I didn't like the way it looked, so I sanded it off, and I'm doing, I put on a lacquer primer, and this is lacquer now. And it seems to be less ugly, but it's not as shiny yet. So I'm hoping I build up a lot more coats. You have to build up way more coats of lacquer, I guess, compared to enamel, because enamel is more opaque. But when this is done, I'll have a lot more of it painted, and then maybe I'll try buffing it or something. I have a buffer, or I might just leave it not super shiny, or I'll just clear coat it. I can go back. I think they sell Duplicolor at like AutoZone. I can just get some clear coat, some Duplicolor lacquer clear coat designed to go over this paint. And like that's the other thing. You don't want to mix enamels and lacquers. Like if you want to do red and you want a lacquer, you got to use the primer designed for this paint. Then this paint, painted on correctly, then the clear coat designed for this paint. So, like you don't want to mix and match. I don't like mixing and matching companies either, because like one company's paint is all designed to work together. Lacquer will lift enamel. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I have heard that. That's why I actually waited for it to go really cured solid. And then I sanded it. Sanded it down. And I'm kind of running into that issue with the lacquer now, because I'm back down to like metal and filler. And metal and filler are two different colors. So like lacquer's thin. You got to cover all that with primer. Otherwise you see like the outlines of where the filler was. And I could still sort of see that through the primer even. And the first couple of coats of lacquer. So painting takes a long time. It's not fun. Not exciting at all. Yeah, irregularities bleed through. I had a piece, when I first started painting through, I still had one of the sheets that had a little bit of Sharpie on it, and Sharpie just bled right through the paint. That was nuts. And the amount of sanding and cleaning, and geez. Why does anyone paint anything? If I knew it was this much work, I would have done Mad Max style and left it bare metal. Just clear coating it. Wayne is taking off. Alright, see you, Wayne. See you later. Yeah. Safety wire. I don't know what context we're talking about safety wire. But so far, so good on this. Vinyl wrap. Vinyl wrap would be very much easier, I think. That or, what's that stuff called? That you spray it on, and it's like rubber, and then you can just peel it off later. Forgot what that's called. I've seen a lot of people use it on cars, and it looks okay for like a year, and then it starts looking terrible. What is that? Plastidip. Yes, that's it. Plastidip. I saw someone on a forum painted a BMW, an old BMW white, and it looked good, and then 3 years later, it looked horrible. Painting with explosives. Yeah, maybe. Throw an M100 in a bucket of paint. It'd be very modern art. I've heard of the Flex Seal stuff too. I don't think that's meant to come off real easily. I have some Flex Steel tape, but I don't have any Flex Steel spray. She's back!
I'm back!
She's back, everybody!
Are you already done with the coat of paint?
Yeah, well, I ran out of paint.
Won't you have more
Well, I
paint?
ran out of that can. I mean, I'm grabbing another can now.
Okay.
Here, you hold this.
I have to hold it?
Yeah, it came off, and I don't feel like farting around with it. Another can! I should have been shaking this when I was talking. Ta-da!
We'll just have to buy
Dan
it.
is here. Hello.
We just have to buy another camera stand for phone.
Yeah. The lathe. Have not started on the lathe yet. Remember that flow chart of projects I talked about? So the flow chart is finish the Jeep. Well, let's finish the foundry cart, finish the forge stand, finish the Jeep. Then we're going to build a bed, Me and her for
our
oldest daughter. And then the lathe. So I'm gonna try to do like more one project at a time thing, plus also the van, and then any one episode short videos that serve the longer project will be stuck in somewhere. So I'm going organization now, so I can get more projects done.
Yes.
And not have 50 of them going all at once.
Yep.
And the big one in the way was the Jeep. Yard sailing? That's fun. Did I finish the actual flowchart? No, but I think I got enough of it done to like go to what, the end of the year?
Going to paint the bed to match the Jeep? No.
No.
No. It's gonna be, I think we're gonna leave it probably natural wood color.
Yeah, it's on the chart. Finishing the flowchart is on the chart somewhere.
Yes.
Okay, talk to them, I'm gonna spray.
I don't love buying phones. I just had to buy one for him because his phone was dying and he needed a new one for a very long time, but he didn't have time to do it because he's always at work. Oh, he hasn't done the challenge coins yet. It's on his flow chart. Do not worry. He'll get to it.
That's actually before the bed, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but that's weather dependent.
Oh,
I have
okay.
stuff printed.
Because he has to use the foundry.
Yeah.
Yep, he's always at work. And it's like his kind of work, like he comes home pretty late, so he doesn't have time to do anything else during the day. Just work, come home, eat dinner, gets kids to bed, and then tired until bedtime. Pile up the actual yard. You know, I've seen a couple of yard sales around our neighborhood too, but they're not quite walking distance. I'd have to take the car. Son needs you? Alright. Not a go-kart. It's Power Wheels. But have fun. See ya. No. I'm okay with him doing this kind of work. It's his hobby and he enjoys it. Oh, phone has trouble focusing all the time. What? I like the idea of the flow chart. It's just before he had all these ideas in mind, but sometimes he'd say he would get to one project and then he would like do something else and not really get to it, and I was getting tired of that, so I liked that he has a flow chart. He's painting our daughter's Power Wheels that he's made. He's been doing this for a long time. We just had to have a few more coats of paint to make it red and shiny. How about building a matching trailer for the Jeep? Not sure why our daughter would need a trailer. Ugh. I can smell all that paint. Probably not good for my lungs. Yeah, I think I need some kind of mask too. Ah, my arm's getting tired holding this phone. I'm just gonna set it rested on the camera stand. I don't think so. He doesn't have any clear coat right now. I think he was just done with this. Just this red paint. But it's not too bad. Our garage door is open. I think we have a fan, a shop fan going there on the bottom, so. I'm jumping into it. Sorry if the camera is shaky. It's not mounted to anything. yeah. I suppose we could try that. Let's see. I'm just gonna make sure the phone is fully charged enough. I'm gonna unplug the phone from the wall. I'm gonna go to walking out to the garage entrance. Ha! Well, now my face is too bright. Okay, I have to not be in the camera now. You can kind of see.
I think it's starting to look a lot better now.
Yeah.
Also, to respond, something about clear coat. I like the single stage look better than the clear coat look for this anyway. So that's what I'm gonna go for. I might change. I can always, scuff it, clear coat later. That's a possibility.
We are in the Midwest. Wisconsin. We're in Wisconsin. And today is a nice day. Partly cloudy. Not too hot. Are you sure this is better? Because I feel like it makes my face really bright. But if I'm in the camera, it makes the background really dark. I'd have to be out of the frame if you want to see. Like, without me. Woo, Packers! We don't watch football, though. See, now you can see him doing really well without me in the frame. We have to get a new camera, our phone holder next time. That'll work. Nice butt. Nice butt, Paul. Ooh, North Carolina.
Okay, gonna let it dry for a little while.
Was it North Carolina we went to our friend's wedding? Was it South Carolina?
I think it was North Carolina.
Yeah, we were there once. Our friend was getting married there. It was hot though.
Yeah,
it was in July.
That was really hot, and I had to wear a tux.
A black
Fortunately,
one.
Before the wedding, he gave all the groomsmen, myself included, tuxedo T-shirts, so we could walk around, and we had the tux on, tux on, but we weren't sweating to death. So that's nice.
Especially, I told him he should. I think it was really cute with the Jeep.
No, I had a small looking license plate thing, but it was thick, made out of aluminum, so I melted it like a year ago.
Where did you get it from?
I forget. I think I found it in this garage when I moved in.
Oh.
Yeah. How many tins have you gone through? Like 5 or something? I got one more. And these are kind of small cans, and lacquer is very thin, so it takes a lot of coats. And I've been trying to do multiple thin coats to build it up, and to avoid runs and stuff. Your kids refuse to nap. All right, well, I'll see you later.
See ya.
Good practice for making text with a bead roller. Yes, that's a good idea. I got those tipping dies now, so I can make raised letters and everything.
Ooh.
Cast hood ornament would be kind of cool. I was thinking of designing a steering wheel, 3D printing it, and then trying to cast that. But that would be a one-off thing in the future. I just wanted to get it done, painted, and going, because the kid is getting impatient.
Yeah. A paint gun.
Paint gun is before I paint the van.
Yes, that'll be for the van.
But this, I gotta prioritize what I want to buy and when. So I just want spray cans for this.
Yep.
Plus, I can always go buy more spray cans of this real easy, and touch up any spots when she inevitably rams into stuff. Gunning is a bit of a black art. Yeah, I saw a few videos, like extended length videos, like. By which I mean like 5-part series where they're like an hour each
we're not
of
bashing
painting.
The van,
and holy crap, is that complicated? No.
No, the van will not be red.
No, the van we don't know what the van will be in the end, but it won't have rust on it, and that's what I'm working on right now.
We sort of have a color in mind, but it's not red.
We have multiple schemes, I think, in mind, and we're not always agreeing on everything.
We're not?
No.
I thought we were.
Oh, she agrees on what we're going to do. I'm unsure. The van's going to be really hard to shoot. How am I going to do the roof? I don't have space here. I'm going to need to build like something somewhere and climb up on top of it and like suspend down, or I'll probably just like have a shop do that part. I don't know.
Yeah, black with free candy on the side.
Yeah, we tried fitting free candy on a Wisconsin license plate, but you only get seven digits. If I was still in New York, you get 8 digits. It's easier to fit. You just drop the A in candy. And
Yeah.
then it makes sense. Hard to make sense in 7 digits.
Yeah.
We tried. Trust me, we tried. Although I'm probably not going to get custom plates because I want truck plates so I can still tow and stuff. Like it's old
Oh, you
enough.
can't get custom truck plates?
You might. I don't know. Yeah, a big enclosure is probably what I'm gonna have to do. I mean, I can do the sides and stuff, but there's no way I can do the ceiling, the roof of the thing, in here.
Yeah, I think he said.
We do have access to a huge storage unit with like a 30-foot ceiling, so I could build something in there and
Yeah,
do
he
it.
said PVC pipe and the poly sheet enclosure in the driveway. So you can bring
Yeah.
out put it here, you know?
I've seen people do that. Yeah,
It'll just really look really weird to the neighbors. Like,
yeah.
"What's
But
going
briefly, a
on?"
couple days it'd be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that or use the storage shed.
Yeah.
Because the business has like a 30-foot tall, 20 by 50 storage unit. Well, I could build a huge sort of thing in there.
Forging your own tools, that'd be cool, but that's far
Yeah.
off. Stop giving
That is
him
on
ideas.
the list, actually.
Is it on the list?
Yeah, a lot of forging my own woodworking tools, especially.
Hi,
You just popped
Curiosity
in.
Forge.
Curiosity Forge, hello.
He is
I recognize
painting
you.
the Jeep.
I'm painting more coats of paint on this.
Yes, adding. It's not focusing.
Speaking of which, it's time for
Focus.
some more.
Oh, time for some more. All right. I'm not sure if I like it here. Can't really see what he's doing. Isn't that what you guys are here for? Bamboo. You know, Paul's been wanting to do that exact same thing with bamboo, and he started growing some when we were still living in New York, upstate New York. But the weather is not really ideal for bamboos in New York. Nor is it here. It's actually terrible here, so we aren't able to get really good bamboos. Although that's what Paul wanted to do with bamboos. Hello, Jamie from Wales. Ooh, I'd love to hear that accent.
That can I was shaking was empty.
Oh.
So that's great. Another can.
He was shaking an empty can for the
Shaking an
last
empty
like
can.
5 minutes.
Now I gotta shake this can.
Nostalgia for toys I never owned.
Yeah, I had a Power Wheels Jeep when I was a kid. It was
Yeah.
a Safari one. It's like camo stickers and like a little can of fake fuel can, like all that kinds of stuff. And it was great. And my dad wired up another battery so it would go really fast, so it had a higher voltage. My neighbor had one of them smooth, shiny blacktop driveways. I could do donuts because the plastic tires didn't have any grip. It was awesome. And yes, I found a place to get bigger motors with steel gearboxes for Power Wheels Jeep. They're not cheap, but twice as much speed would be
Why are
pretty
they
sweet.
telling you to take the marbles out of the can?
You shake.
I know, but why did they take it out though?
No, it's like means like shake the crap out of it.
Oh.
Sometimes the marbles are decent. Interesting. I didn't know that.
They said to get it out of the empty ones.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Yeah, when he remade this, he like took I think this is from like when his nephews were little, I think.
Yeah, when my nephews who are 8 and 9 were like 4-ish, my parents got this for free at a garage sale.
Yeah.
And then it was sitting, after they outgrew it, it was sitting outside their house. So it was outside in the rain for like years.
Yeah, so he cut it up, and so to make it go faster in the future, the battery compartment's a lot bigger.
Huge battery compartment.
Huge! It's like you could put a car battery in there. Literally.
I could easily put 2 Power Wheels batteries for 24 volts.
Shake, shake, shake,
Double the
shake your
voltage.
booty. Sharpie says to shake your booty.
It'll jiggle as I shake this.
Your butt will jiggle as you shake it.
Yeah. Red convertible, that's cool. It's like the
Ooh.
Lamborghini one or the Corvette one or something. Deep cell boat battery. Deep cell battery is what I want to get eventually.
Okay.
I wanted a lithium, that would be sweet, but like, money. They're really expensive. More so than a boat
We're not
battery.
rich.
Yeah, I got this for free, remember. The thing I spent the most money on is probably the paint.
Yeah.
Because steel sheets, if you buy a 20 by, or a 20 by, or no, 10 by 4 foot sheet, it's pretty cheap.
Okay, you guys, I think I have to go and I hear one of my kids unhappy. Probably because she's inside by herself. So I'm going to leave you guys with Paul.
Steal your drink.
And maybe I'll come back on in a little
bit.
I
have coffee over here. What am I doing?
This is also caffeinated.
Yes, coffee.
I'll see you guys later. I have to go back to our daughter. She's sad.
Say bye-bye.
Say bye-bye.
Yeah.
See you guys.
All right. Laptop batteries. That's a good idea. I've never had a laptop I didn't totally destroy, though. Okay, people. I'm going to try to reattach. You're going to get really intimate with my beard here. There we go. All right, we're reattached. What was I doing? I was shaking this can. The red sheen. It's fiber? No, that's not right. Paint isn't fiber. What is in this stuff? Probably alcohol of some kind. But not like the kind you can drink. It's probably like acetone. Yeah, it's fine. Such a small amount. I mean, I wonder how red these things are getting. Not very. They're a little pink. But better those get pink than my lungs. It's so hot, though. I think the paint actually dries slightly before it hits. Like a couple of the panels that I was doing at first. Oh, no. A couple of the panels that I was doing at first had powder. They look powdery on top, and that generally means I was spraying from too far away, so the paint dried before it hit and was just building up. They might be pink. I don't know. They're probably not supposed to be full of lacquer, though. Lacquer paint. I need to secure my phone a little better here on the stand. Pink is healthy. Chain steering wheel would be pretty sweet. That would actually be really boss looking. There, duct tape right onto the screen. Because screw you, phone warranty. There we go. Better stick. Better stick in what context? Yeah, it should stick. Methyl ethyl death. That's probably something I don't want to. Wife replaced with duct tape. That could go very bad places, that comment. So I'll just let you imagine. So yeah. How's everyone doing? Ha! Sticky situations, puns. I do need a new tripod. This has extendable legs on the bottom, and one of them's really bent. So it's gonna tip over and smash my camera any day now. The camera, by the way, is covered with red overspray, and also a whole bunch of welding spatter on the lens. It broke it all apart. It is crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, I think it's about time for another coat. What do you say? This is about the last one, too. Sorry there's no my wife to talk to while I do this, but sometimes you just gotta work, I guess. Yeah, it does look a bit sketchy. But I'm painting. Look, paint. Why hasn't anyone used that in a paint commercial yet? That's like marketing writing itself, right there. You know, an interesting point. I've talking to like trying to spray. There's like patterns you're supposed to do when painting a car. I'm limited by what I can do with this can because if I move this can even mostly horizontal, it stops. It doesn't work anymore. So I'm kind of limited. You're supposed to like go one way and then go like perpendicular or something, but to prevent tiger striping. But I can't even do a top thing in any direction. So this might look not so great. Maybe I'll finish it later. Maybe I'll just go with like the kid doesn't know any better. So yeah. And with that, I am out of paint. So I think we're good. Got another rotary tool today. Which one? Let me go up. You feel kind of rich owning 3 angle grinders. I wish I had 3 angle grinders. I had 2 angle grinders. One of them fried. Then I bought another angle grinder. And now I have 2.5 angle grinders. I even bought brushes for the one that fried, thinking I could save it. Nope. It didn't it didn't have the characteristics of the brushes going bad. It when I was grinding what's the thing? See you later, you're leaving? Super Glide? And I will see you later. When I was grinding the hammer, wherever it is, the aluminum bronze hammer, it just started shooting out sparks and fire and smoke, and then it like burned for a couple seconds and then quit. So yeah, I bought that's where I got the second one, the $11 Harbor Freight angle grinder. Where is it? Where is it? I don't know. Oh, here it is, on the floor right below me. Got it for like 11 bucks, and then the guy tried to sell me an $11 service contract or something. I'm like, no, I'm not buying an $11 service contract. If I burn the thing up in like a minute, I'm not buying another one. I'm gonna go buy a better angle grinder. Pro paddle switch angle grinder. That is not this one. This is the cheapest one they had. Cheapest one. I also have like a good angle grinder somewhere. Porter cable, like a decent one. Yeah, it seems like the angle grinders, they die pretty quick or they last pretty well, you know? Like you get lucky sometimes and they don't burn up. Although they don't have as much power as the Porter cable one, for sure. I need to trim my mustache. It's getting kind of long, don't you think? Porter cable is good stuff. I got a Porter cable buffer too up there somewhere, car buffer. I've only used it a few times, but I'm holding it for later. Because, you know, when it comes to like painting and stuff with that, it's going to be a lot of buffing. Van's got a lot of huge areas that need to be buffed afterwards. Haven't killed one. A big one. I don't have any big angle grinders. That would be nice. Out of coffee. I was actually walking around earlier today to like do garden stuff and weeding and stuff like that, and I don't know where I put down my coffee mug. So there's a coffee mug in my garden somewhere full of coffee. 3 of them. AV is a whole diatribe about angle grinders. Yeah. Blow them out with air pressure. You mean blow out like angle grinders? Like the motors and stuff? Yeah, keep the plants awake. Caffeine, well, who knows what caffeine does to plants? I've heard alcohol does bad things to them. People have told me like, oh, fertilize your plants with beer. Well, there's a lot of good stuff in beer for plants, but alcohol inhibits growth. Plan on doing any brazing? Yes, I've actually been doing some more brazing lately off camera just as practice. I don't know if I can find it. Okay, this is covered in crap. Catching slugs, yeah. This is covered in crap, but this is a brazed joint. Silicon bronze, TIG brazed. This is where it's all lumpy and terrible, and then I got kind of into a rhythm and it started looking better. Still got to practice though. I have a bunch of silicon bronze TIG rod, so I have been practicing. Yeah, the swirled ceilings, I hate this ceiling. I want exposed beams so I can put stuff up there and hang stuff, so I can't. Yeah, got into the groove. Yeah, it's you know, MIG welding was pretty easy to finish, not finish, to get into, and I'm to the point where like if there's anything around that I need to MIG weld, I can MIG weld it. It won't look like Instagram ready, but it'll be stuck. I can't break them apart afterwards, and I get good penetration and stuff. Sheet metal's a little harder, but I've done a lot of sheet metal practice now, so I think I've been MIG welding things on there. And I can MIG the patch panels in, butt weld them, you know, get good penetration top and bottom. But TIG welding, that's a lot more, a lot higher skill kind of thing, and I just haven't had the time to devote to it yet. So whenever possible, whenever I need to weld something, I've been TIG welding it just for practice. So I didn't need to, I could have MIG welded that foundry or the furnace stand thing, but I TIG welded it anyway because I want to practice. That's kind of what I've been doing. I also got some more aluminum rod, really thin aluminum TIG rod, and I'm going to get an aluminum sheet. So, all in the discipline, yeah. That is why they make flanging tools, for flanging, but the thing is, I don't want any area that water can get into, so I've been practicing butt welding, which is what like high-end restoration shops do. It's a lot harder, obviously, and then you have to finish the weld afterwards, and then you end up with a joint that water can't get into, but it's often like buckled and warped with the heat. So then you have to like use a hammer and dolly and stretch and shrink and make it lay flat again. It's hard, but I've been working on that with the van as practice. So hopefully, it still takes a lot longer, but it'll end up a lot better. I think it'll end up a higher quality kind of job, more permanent. I mean. Copper, I've been using, I don't have a one of them on the end of the spoon, but I have been using an ingot. I've been just taking a copper or aluminum bronze ingot and sticking it up underneath because they have a flat bottom to them. So that's been working for me. And then I've been doing the floors in the van, and I've been welding along the top, the joint, and then I go underneath and try to get it from the underneath. Any place that it wasn't really good penetration, I also weld underneath. And then I have a this is my favorite new tool for finishing off the welds in tight places, little finger sander, whatever it is. And then I, you know, get the bulk of the thing down and then metal finish from there using hammer and dolly, and it takes a long time and it's really boring. That's why there are no videos on my channel about it. But I have been working on it. Hello, Chris. I do have a foot pedal. Yep. I have that TIG welder. Can you see? That one. Came with the yellow one. It's Chinesium, but it works pretty good. It does come with a foot pedal and a stinger for stick welding. You could help me out. That would be great. Are you in southern Wisconsin? Because I have multiple friends who are professional welders, and I can't get them to come here. They're too busy. Out for a few beers. All right, I'll see ya. There are signs like all over town, like one of them, big one, hiring 100 MIG welders. So anybody here who's a professional welder can get a job in like a minute. And they'll be busy, busy, busy. There need to be a lot more of them around here. Contractors too. Jeez. This is a different rant, but trying to get a contractor to do anything is hard here because they're all swamped. We need more of those people. We got hit by a hailstorm and it ruined like half the city. Mississippi's a pretty long drive just to play with a Chinese welder. Works pretty good though. I like it. So I'm out of paint. No overlapping in MIG or butt welding. Yes, that is correct. Negligible gap, good penetration, not burned through. More hard workers needed. Yes, Powers is correct. I think it will be a problem in the future. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I do appliance repair, and my dad started this appliance repair business, and I'm taking over from him, and we can't keep up. You know, you think like internet, people like Google it and figure out how to put it together themselves, but some people don't know how a screwdriver works, and we can't deal with it. We can't keep up. It is insane, literally insane. How hot is it here? It's like 80, 85-ish. A little too warm and humid to paint the Jeep. However, this rust encapsulator stuff, high in aluminum content, whatever that means, cures with moisture. So the moister it is outside, the faster this cures. So it's pretty cool, I guess. Metallic-y silver looking though, so you got to top coat it with something like POR 15. Are you no Facebook, Paul? Not really. Is that something you want? Should I set up? Do you want me to set up like a YouTube channel, Facebook page? I can do that. I'm just never on Facebook, so I could. It would never, if you paint your ex-girlfriend with it, it would never dry. Yeah, probably. 70 would be nice. 70 would be nice. I'm just babbling on and on right now. I don't have anything else to do in the stream, so I'll probably end it soon. So if you got any last-minute questions or whatever, I gotta clean out. Speaking of work, I gotta clean the work truck because I can't get to half the parts in the thing. It's a huge van and it's just full to the top. And you know, if you can't get the parts out of the truck, you can't fix the thing. And I like fixing the thing when you're there. You know, it is humid. Yeah, it's not as hot and humid as I am sweaty because I don't deal with really a lot of heat well. Show us the new truck. Oh, that's a good idea. Hang on. Hang on. Whoops. I should mention it's not a new truck. It is very much not a new truck. Oh no, zoomed in on the beard. Ah. I am still playing with the 3D printer. Hold on. Hold on, people. Don't go. I'm still here. Okay. Yes, I am still playing with the 3D printer. I have made, if you saw these, those are the taillights for the Jeep. Those were on there, and the headlights are over there, and that kind of thing. How fleas feel. I don't have fleas in my beard, I think. I don't think I do. Yes, it is not a new truck, but it is new to me. Come on. Boom. It is a simple F-250 long bed, minor rust, although it's practically rust-free considering this is Wisconsin. You know, it's pretty crazy. I have a couple of things in it. Grab some logs. This one is going to be my anvil stand. And then a couple other ones you can use for sheet metal shaping. It was formerly a tow company's truck. Apparently they bought it there. Yeah, I've done a little bit of fixing, but yeah, it's just an old F-250. The reason I got it though, a couple reasons, has a 351 and a 5-speed. So this 5-speed, it's the ZF 5-speed, so it's the first gear is actually a crawler gear. You can only go like 10 miles an hour in it. And then it has, you know, normal gears. But the 351 with the 5-speed stick, rear wheel drive, is the combination that I wanted to put in my van over there, the van. So the idea is I'm going to drive this for a while, for a couple of years. It's in good shape, and it only has 115,000 miles on it. So it's actually pretty new. Well, 25 years old, but 115 only. So I'm going to drive it for a few years just as my day-to-day thing. And then when I get the bodywork done on the van, I'm going to rip the 302 out and the AOD automatic, which I don't like. Ditch them. Well, I'm going to keep the 302. Transmission's going to get melted. And then I'm going to put the engine and transmission out of the truck in this. So I'll have a 351 with a 5-speed rear wheel drive, although I'm not going to use the rear end, the differential out of that. So, but then I'm going to have a 302 left over. And whatever my next project car will be, will probably have to be 302 powered. AC does, there is no AC in the truck. It is a base model version. I was real cheap too. I was very surprised. Real cheap. Especially having so little rust. Who bombed the van? Nobody bombed the van. I ripped it all apart. And actually my wife was saying, excuse me, she said, I want to see there no paint on this thing. So I might have to strip all the paint off. Why do I love the van so much? It is a big, stupid old van, but I've had it for my entire life. And it was the only vehicle I had that was anything but nice. Like, it was the only rusty, wore-out thing I had. And I wanted to learn how to work on stuff, so I just started working on the van. Because I had it, it was free. You can get parts, it's pretty easy. Don't strip the paint if you don't have to. I wasn't planning on it. I was actually thinking strip the paint to appease my wife and then clear coat it until I get to actual painting, and then sand the clear coat off and restart. Bare metal makes problems. Yeah, that's what I've heard. That's why I was thinking of clearing it or sealing it underneath. When I finish everything underneath, I'm going to paint it with this stuff, this encapsulator stuff. This isn't a primer. It's like a sealer kind of thing. So like primer doesn't seal, but this does. What model is the van? The van is a 1987 Ford Econoline. Ford Econoline, 3rd generation Econoline. Someone said, yeah, wife asked for a strip show. Yeah, strip the paint. I don't know why. Phosphate coating, I do have some of that. I actually have some of that, but I don't like the way it looks. Conditioner on the metal, yeah, I do actually have I do have some conditioner, but I was just thinking of paint, like strip it down and then paint it with something right away. 3rd gen explains why I love it, maybe. Thank you, Stephanie, for the happy birthday. It is a little overdue, but not too bad. It's never overdue. 5-speed, big job. Yeah, so you could get these vans with a stick. You could, but mine doesn't have a stick. So that's kind of why I bought the truck, because the truck has all the other parts I would need, like a clutch pedal and you know, all the linkages and everything. So I would just take all that from the truck and put it in the van. And then it'll be a couple years before I get to that. I'll be driving the truck until then. But if I keep it from rusting out too bad, I might be able to sell just the shell of the truck as like a less rusty body, which is would be a popular thing in Wisconsin. If you're down south, though, you'd consider this thing a total rust bucket if you saw underneath it. Turns the metal blue. Yeah, I have seen that. Primer over the phosphate. I thought you were supposed to use the etch phosphate thing and then wipe an acetone and then paint over that. I could be wrong. 4x4. There's a company that makes 4x4 conversions for these vans, but I don't want to do that because that lifts the front end up, and I don't want it lifted up. We avoid any vehicles from up here. Yeah. So this truck, the truck that I bought, was originally purchased and used in Illinois. So it's not much better than Wisconsin. It just has fewer miles than most of them, so it's not as rusty as I would expect. It's still pretty rusty. If you look underneath and start digging, there's a lot of rust. So I figure if I drive it for a couple years, within a couple years, it's going to be a total rust bucket. So I'm like right on that tipping point where it's about to just fall apart. But the engine has such low miles, it runs really good. 871 Roots Blower. Are you reading my mind? I definitely want some kind of forced induction. I mean, I'm going to rebuild the 351 in the thing. How much did you give for it? It was a while ago. I can't remember. It was something like $2 grand-ish, which seems to be about normal for those trucks around here, although most of the ones around here are already rusting in half. And this 115,000 miles, it was the lowest mileage, the least rusty, and about the cheapest of any of them that actually drove. So it's rough up here in the north. Dana 60 axle, yeah, thinking of that. You could actually get these vans with a Dana axle too. Mine didn't come with one, but you could get them. Yeah. Wishing a stuffed engine. I want forced induction. That would be great. You all have them down there? Yeah, there are a lot of them around here. They're just all rust buckets, and mine's less of a rust bucket. So that's the plan for the van. It'll be a 351 with a 5-speed, and hopefully some kind of forced induction. But that's way. I'm not even gonna take the engine out of the truck until I'm done with the body work on the van. Like that's primary. I don't want the thing rusting anymore. But the 351 is much stronger than the 302 and has really low compression. It's like 8.5 to 1 or something. So it's either rebuild with higher compression or add boost. So that's the plan. I don't know what blower I'm going to use. Probably whatever I can find at the time. But that's so far in the future. It's probably 2 years before I finish all of the body work. It's crazy. And even with boost, it's not going to be fast. We're talking huge van. Like, I think the thing, it weighs over 5,000 pounds. So even if it has like 500 horsepower, it's not going to be fast. I mostly want low-end torque because I want to be able to tow with it. 383? That would be pretty crazy. All right, you're heading out, Chris? All right, we'll see ya. I'm going to be heading out too. So thank you all for joining. I know there's still 30-some of you out there, so I feel kind of bad about leaving, but I got to go do some work on the work truck and then probably mow my lawn. And then make a video for next week, which will be pretty fun. So thanks for joining, everybody. This was a good time. I'm sorry to subject you to literally watching paint dry. High ratio differential? Probably not. The crawler first gear will keep it. Will let me take off no matter what the rear end is, I think. Bearded Yakin, hello. Unfortunately, I am closing the stream now, but thanks for joining. I will see everybody later. Hope you all have a good weekend. And yet again, I forgot. Oh, hang on. One last thing. I'm going to do more streaming now, so just keep that up. At least once a month. Because this is a lot of fun. And the weather is nice, and even when winter hits, I can heat the garage now. So, more streams coming, at least one a month. Thanks for watching this one. They won't all be literally watching paint dry, I promise you. So, have a good day. I'll see you later.